In the world of cybersecurity, you've got the people building the walls, and you've got the people trying to tear them down. But what if you could be both? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the journey to becoming a certified ethical hacker, or CEH. We'll explore how learning to think like a bad guy can make you the ultimate good guy. Let's dive in.
It's a pretty cool idea, right? To have the skills to break into almost any system, not to cause chaos, but to actually find the weaknesses and make things more secure. This isn't some movie plot. It's a real high-demand career for people who just love to see how things work by taking them apart.
So, what's the big difference between an ethical hacker and a criminal? Well, it all boils down to two really important words: permission and intent. An ethical hacker is using the exact same tools and mindset as a malicious attacker, but, and this is the key, they're doing it with the company's full blessing to find the security holes before the real bad guys do. Now, for a ton of people looking to get into this field, that journey has a very specific destination. It's all about earning the Certified Ethical Hacker Certification, the CEH, from the EC Council. You could say it's pretty much the industry standard. But let's get one thing straight right from the get-go. Matt Walker, the author of the guide we're looking at, puts it pretty bluntly. This certification has a tough reputation for a very good reason. It is designed to be a serious challenge. And you know what? That difficulty, that's the whole point. That's what makes it so valuable. Employers know that a CEH isn't someone who just crammed facts for a test. It proves you can actually apply these skills. That's why it's not just respected. It's a required certification for a lot of U.S. Department of Defense cybersecurity jobs. Okay, so on any big quest, you need a good guide, right? Someone who's already mapped out the territory. And for this journey, our source material gives us a pretty incredible one. Knowing who's drawing the map helps you trust the path. And this quote really gets to the heart of the author's whole approach. Matt Walker isn't trying to bury you in jargon. His goal is to make this really complex subject feel accessible and, yeah, even a little bit fun. He's not trying to scare you off. He's trying to invite you in. And believe me, he's got the street cred to back it up. We're talking more than 2 decades in IT security. The guy's been a network engineer for NASA, an instructor for Cisco, he's trained folks in the US Air Force, and was even the IT security manager at the Marshall Space Flight Center. This is advice from someone who has been deep in the trenches. So you've got your guide. What's the map actually look like? What kind of knowledge are we talking about here? Well, it's not just a random collection of topics. It actually follows the exact logical process an ethical hacker would use on a real job. The whole thing is broken down into 5 phases. Step 1 is reconnaissance. Think of yourself as a spy, gathering intel. Step 2 is scanning, where you start probing the target for open doors and weaknesses. Step 3, attacking. This is where you actually try to get in. Step 4 is all about applying those skills to modern tech, wireless, mobile, the cloud. And finally, step 5 is the pen test, where you wrap it all up in a report that helps the company fix their security. It's a complete workflow. All right, once you've learned all this stuff, it's time to face the final boss, the exam itself. But hold on, before you can even step into the ring, you've got to prove you're eligible. And there are some very specific rules you have to follow. You basically have 2 main options here. Path number 1 is the official training route. You sign up for and complete a course that's been approved by the EC Council. Path number 2 is the self-study route. For this one, you have to prove you've already got at least 2 years of real-world work experience in the security field. So let's put these side by side. If you take the official training, the application fee and process are usually baked right into the course cost. But if you go the self-study route, you got to jump through a few more hoops. You'll have to submit an application, pay a $100 non-refundable fee, and get your work experience officially verified. Only after you're approved can you buy your exam voucher. Okay, so you're approved. You're sitting down for the test. What are you up against? Well, for starters, 125 multiple-choice questions, and each one is designed to really test how deep your knowledge goes. And to get through all 125 of those questions, you've got 4 hours. Yep, this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's designed to test your mental endurance and your ability to stay focused under pressure just as much as it tests your technical knowledge. But what if I told you that even after passing that marathon of an exam, you're still not at the top of the mountain? For the people who want to prove they are truly in the elite tier, the written test is just the beginning. I mean, think about it. Knowing the theory is one thing, but can you actually do it? Can you execute these hacks in a live environment with the clock ticking? Proving that is what separates the students from the masters. And that brings us to the CEH practical exam, and trust me, this thing is a beast. It's a 6-hour, totally hands-on test. You're dropped into a live simulated network and hit with 20 different challenges. There's no multiple choice here. You either hack the target or you don't. You need a 70% to pass, but if you do, you earn the coveted title of CEH Master.
And get this, the EC Council actually keeps a global leaderboard, showcasing the top performers on both the written and the practical exams. They literally gamify the whole process. So, I guess there's really only one question left. Are you ready to get your name on that board?